Hello everyone and welcome to the Son of Prometheus podcast, where we will explore the past in an educational and story-like fashion. I do not provide dates or years because history is a story and not a lecture. This is the first episode of the series on the Punic Wars fought between Rome and Carthage, Sons of Mars. To give a little background on the characters, let's begin with the Romans. They have recovered from a recent war and invasion from a cousin of Alexander the Great himself and secured control over southern Italy. Carthage, a city on the African coast, on the other hand, held vast territories from Spain, Sicily, Sardinia, and most of the North African coast. The last member of the party is Syracuse, a major Greek city on the island of Sicily. They've been fighting Carthage for Sicily for centuries. So with that out of the way, we begin the story of the First Punic War. The tyrant of Syracuse for the last decade has died. He overthrew Syracuse, expanded its territory, and waged war on Carthage, even invading Africa to directly attack the capital of Carthage. During his reign, he hired mercenaries from various lands, including Italy. These troops lost their employer now and wandered the island. One of these mercenary groups, known as the Mamertines, the Sons of Mars, an Italian group who named themselves after the Roman god of war, Mars. The Mamertines would end up being invited inside the city of Messana on the northeastern part of Sicily, directly across from a Roman allied town called Rhegium. The Mamertines would quickly betray their host and massacre the men in the city and took the women and their valuables. With the Mamertines in charge of the city, they raided nearby towns and made them pay tribute. The Roman allied troops sent to protect Rhegium could see how awesome their cousins in Messana was doing and thought, why not do it too? So they did. Rhegium was also put to the sword, but these mercenaries was protecting the city in the name of Rome. The Romans swore to the gods to protect that city. As soon as possible, the Romans sent legions to capture the town from the traitors. It did not take long. Most of them was killed on the spot, but an example was needed to please the gods. So 300 of the traitors was executed at Rome in full view of the public. The Sons of Mars did nothing to help. At Syracuse, a general named Hiero had become the tyrant. After a period of democracy returned, he began attacking the Mamertine strongholds and armies and winning. This forced the Mamertines back to Messana. With death and defeat in their future and Hiero on his way, they sent appeals for help to both Rome and Carthage. A small Carthaginian fleet arrived first and made a quick deal with the Mamertines. Hiero was not ready for war against Carthage yet, so he left the city for now. Back in Rome, the Senate was divided. On one hand, they just killed Italians in Rhegium for doing this exact same thing. So how could they make an alliance with similar people in Messana? The answer came from the confident Appius Claudius, who convinced the Romans it would be easy and quick. The greed of power won in the end, and the alliance was signed with the Sons of Mars. The small Carthaginian garrison left to defend the city of Messana was quickly evicted from the city, and their general was crucified for this situation. A Carthaginian fleet would move into the waters to guard any approach to the city. The legions of Rome were on the way already. A small force led by Gaius Claudius got past the fleet and was welcomed into Messana. However, the main invasion force of Romans was kept away by the confident admiral of the Carthaginian fleet, a man named Hanno. He guarded against every Roman fleet attempt, but one night, it was dark and the Romans, led by Appius Claudius, sailed past Hanno, who wasn't expecting a dangerous plan. The city was now firmly within Roman control. Appius sent word to Syracuse and Carthage of the alliance of Mamertines and Romans, and to cease all actions against the city. However, all this did was to lead to the crucifixion of Hanno and the temporary alliance of Carthage and Syracuse to kick out the Mamertines and Romans from the island. The stage is now set for the war to really begin. Thanks for listening and watching. Please like and subscribe for more. This has been the Son of Prometheus. I'll see you again soon.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.